our next guest is here. Hello, hello.
Hi, Adrien. It's so nice to be with you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being here. Would you mind just, introducing yourself to everybody and letting them know what you do, and then you can just jump right in.
Okay, great.
Thank you.
Yeah, hi, everyone. I am Laura Evenson. I'm an intuitive energy healer, medium, and Akashic coach. And I help people who are feeling lost or stuck in fear and anxiety find find and clear the karmic roots so that they can move forward in clarity and purpose. So I'm here to speak to you today about opening your natural intuitive gifts. And I want to highlight the word natural in that because this is a very natural part of us. And we just don't grow up learning that. And, we're born sovereign and we're born so spiritually connected, but through our environment and the beliefs that are around us from our parents and from our society or community, religious beliefs, all of these things begin to weigh us down. And so through the peeling back of these layers, we can begin to, unveil our true selves again. And so it's really about doing that inner work. And I invite you to think of it more as play, because we're really following those breadcrumbs to find that golden treasure within ourselves. And, beyond our environment, we can also be blocked, through things that are handed down through our ancestors or through things that we haven't let go of from our past lives. And so it's all about becoming aware of these things in order to heal them. So how do we do that? How do we begin to open that up? Well, it's through that inner guidance and knowing, that following our intuition. And in order to receive that guidance, we have to calm the nervous system to be able to hear it. Because if we're in a chaotic state where we're feeling a lot of anxiety, our body is not going to feel safe and we're not going to be able to hear the guidance. And we all have these beautiful spiritual teams around us who are there to assist us. But we've got to be able to hear the guidance coming in. So the first thing is to calm the nervous system. And we do that through meditative practices, through slowing down the breath, closing the eyes so that we're not distracted, and clearing our mind of all of the busy thoughts, and just coming into the calm place where our body is feeling safe. And once our body is feeling safe, we want to trust ourselves. We don't want to tell ourselves that it's our imagination, or we don't want to doubt the information coming in. So we want to set our ego and our self-doubt aside. And there's different ways you can do that. But in that spirit of play, I usually treat my ego and self-doubt like children. And I ask them to go take a break so that I can do my work. And I usually imagine that I'm handing them colors or paints or sending them to the beach and having them run off. And that way I can really get centered and really sink into listening and receiving that guidance. So once you're really trusting yourself, you're allowing that flow of divine energy to come in, and you're able to hear the guidance for your next steps in your soul's journey. And so that's not the end. Once we get the guidance, we really want to truly understand it and begin to utilize it in our life. And so, to give you an example of one of the things that I integrated, was I was having these knee-jerk reactions to someone in my life who was very triggering. And I wanted to show up in a new way, where I could respond in a more loving and kind way. And so the guidance that I received was to really use the breath in those moments and just bring the breath in to calm your body while that emotion was running through, because emotion only takes 90 seconds to completely move through you. So, honestly, when I first started doing that, the person I was speaking to asked me why I was breathing like that. I should have probably let them know the plan beforehand. But yeah, eventually this practice really became integrated to where I could take that pause before reacting. And once you integrate that energetic understanding, it really becomes embodied. And that's how things really begin to shift. And your frequency becomes higher so that you can open up things in yourself that you couldn't before. Another example is this guidance that I had about telling myself I was wrong. I was constantly telling myself that I was wrong for the way that I felt about somebody, and just telling myself that I should be, happy with what was going on, and I shouldn't feel the way that I did. And so the guidance was, you're not wrong. Just remember how you got there. Remember the journey and remember the reasons why, and say to yourself, of course you feel that way. Allow yourself to feel it, and allow the other person to be right in the way that they feel. And that really changed so much for me, because I began to show up differently. Not in my I'm right, you're wrong energy that I usually had previously, but just showing up, knowing that we were both right, basically, and really coming into it with that energy opened up a lot of curiosity and compassion for the other person, rather than just having two people come together and push against each other. So I invite you to really take the guidance that you receive and utilize it so that it can become embodied. And that's the way that you can truly open up these beautiful gifts within yourself. And the great thing as well is that there are no two of us that are alike. Exactly alike. And so whether you are a medium or whether you have psychic gifts or whatever gifts come in, you're always going to put them out into the world in your own authentic way. So it's not about being like anybody else. It's really feeling into how you do things and figuring out what your modality is, what works for you. And that's a really beautiful thing. So I want to take you through meditation to really get us all feeling safe within our bodies. And then I would love to do some readings for you. And for me, what happens first in the readings is that I will see threads of light that have to do with your energy centers, your chakras. And I'll see blocks, or I'll see if they're faded or if they're thick or thin. And that gives me information about what's happening within your body. And I also am able to do somatic mirroring, where I will feel certain things. Like if you are holding fear in your belly, I'll feel it as nausea. Or if you are having trouble using your voice, my mouth will get dried out. So there are different signs kind of telling me what's going on with you. And then after that, some information will come in. And that's just dependent on what you're needing in this moment. You know, whether that's knowing an aspect of yourself from a past life, or whether a spirit shows up to bring you a message of healing. I think the most surprising thing for me when I began seeing spirit was that more times than not, they're showing up from a past life, and they want to show you a memory to let you know that you have this powerful part of yourself that you really need to ignite in your life now to move to the next level. So that was really powerful. That's really powerful to experience with people. So I invite you to get comfortable and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And do that again, in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more time, in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just imagine that there is a silver cord running from the base of your spine, your root chakra, through your legs, all the way down, opening up the doors of your feet and dropping into the earth, going down through the layers of soil, through the water, through the rock, the molten, all the way through that central sun into the crystalline core, connecting your cord into that core of the earth. And just thanking her, giving so much love and gratitude to Mother Earth for supporting us and nourishing us. And just allowing anything that feels heavy, any stress in the body, anything negative, just allow it to go down this cord and to be alchemized and absorbed by the earth. And allow yourself to let go. And just see this heavy energy. It's looking like kind of like a greasy texture, like dark brown texture going through that cord. and just streaming out of you, letting all of that go. Continuing to use the breath. Now bringing divine white light through the soul star chakra, about 16 to 18 inches above your head. Pulling that down into the crown, into the third eye, down into the throat, and into the heart. Allowing it to move through your chakra system, widening that light to hold your whole body, and allowing it to stream down into the earth, connecting with the core. And now twirling up with your energy and earth energy, settling into the heart. Expanding that beautiful heart energy out past the body. Filling up the room that you're in, the home or building that you're in. Connecting with those around you. Feeling this beautiful, unconditional, divine love for you. Allowing that to trickle over to all, to everything. And now pull that beautiful pink energy of love back into your heart. Now placing you in a sphere of divine white light, and myself in a sphere of divine white light, asking that only that which is for our highest and best good may connect with us. Inviting in our beautiful teams of light, the angels, spirit guides, ascended masters, loved ones, and ancestors to guide us and assist us within this beautiful sacred circle. Sending them so much love and gratitude. And now I invite you to get comfortable. You can keep your eyes closed or open them as you come back to this now moment. And I can answer the first question or take the first person who'd like a reading. Adrien, do I just ask the person to unmute?
You can unmute them, or I can unmute them. Who do you want to unmute?
I think Lydia is first.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Laura, I would turn on my video, but it will kill my, Zoom. So unfortunately, that's how it works. And I don't know, it's a Zoom issue. I try to, kind of talk with them, but they cannot figure it out. It's probably.
Okay.
Whatever.
No problem.
Yesterday, or somebody gave me a diagnosis of past lives, or poverty wows and other, or horrific events and everything else. Can you see that?
A past life. So you're wondering about a past life with horrific events?
Well, I'm not worried about anything. Yesterday, I was just diagnosed with that, like a past life poverty wows. And that's, I think, affecting my financial flows and all other things in my life.
Did you say poverty?
Poverty, yes.
Okay. Okay. Let me tap in Lydia here. Okay. What more can you say about Lydia's past life? Where she was connected to poverty. Okay. So there's a thread of light coming in. And it's having to do with your root chakra. So that life was all about survival. And I can feel so much heart energy coming in. And I'm just asking if they can say more. Okay, so they're drying out my mouth. So in that life, you were very held down and you were unable to use your voice. It was not safe at that time. And I'm just asking, so Lydia, do you want to know, what specifically do you want to know in regard to that life?
I do not want to know a thing. If you can clear that, that would be so wonderful. Thank you.
Oh, to clear it. Okay, let me see. Okay. Okay, so let me see if I can we clear that past life right now? Sometimes they can, they'll literally show me that they're clearing a shadow and they'll overlay light over it. But there are times where your soul isn't wanting that. They're actually wanting to go through that journey of healing that, instead of, they're not wanting a shortcut, let's say. So I'm asking, what is it that you're wanting for Lydia? Can you heal that now in this moment? What can you share about this past life or situation now? Okay, so they're bringing in golden light and orange light, and they're showing me that there's a shadow line, and I'm feeling so much heart energy. So I'm just asking for more information around them. And again, drying out my voice. So I'm asking them, can they tell us yes or no? Can they heal that in this moment? So they're saying yes, they can. And they're showing me this sacred tool that I have. So it's, what it basically looks like is this golden light. And sometimes it's orange, it just depends. Golden light, but yours is golden light. And it has this purple webbing over it. And it's used like a netting. And so I'm wrapping that around you like a blanket. And what that does is it helps to alchemize this past life energy that's within you. And so they're basically asking you to hold the intention of releasing this past life wounding of poverty that you've carried over. And there's a connection with that poverty and the use of your voice in this life. So I don't know if you have felt like unable to express yourself, that it's been hard to speak your truth in this life, but that thread is going through as in that way as well. And so it's going to clear that as well. And I'm feeling so much heart energy. And just asking, what is that about? So there's just so much love around you as your spiritual team gathers. And I can see them gathering around you right now. It's like they're creating a circle within this sacred circle, really igniting this sacred tool that is wrapped around you. And it's allowing this wounding, this energy, it's energy is what it is, this wounding from a past life to be absorbed and to dissipate into this blanket of light. And it's powerful. It's really powerful. It's making my head shake.
I know, I'm crying.
Yeah. I have chills on the top of my crown and just so much heart energy. And they're just asking you to let it go and breathe. Use the breath to help to clear that out for you. And just take a nice deep breath in and let it out. And just keep taking nice deep breaths in, allowing and helping the very last bits of this energy to clear. And I still have tingles on the top of my head and my hands are tingling, but that feels complete. How are you feeling, Lydia?
Well, it's wonderful. I had a couple tears. I was crying really, really, and I try not to make it very loud, but it was very intense.
Yes.
And
yes.
I was speaking in, I don't know, some other language. Gote, Gote, Parasun, Gote, Bodhiswa.
That's amazing. Your light language, have you spoken light language before?
Well, sometimes it comes
Okay.
out and I have no idea what I said. I have no knowledge of it, but
That's
sometimes,
okay.
yeah, it's amazing.
That's beautiful. I'm so happy that came in. Sometimes that happens when I'm in session with people. They will start seeing the same things I'm seeing, or they'll begin to pull in their own gifts. And that was beautiful.
Well, I didn't feel, or I didn't see anything. I was a lot of light, and my root chakra was before session, I think. It was rotating, clockwise.
Mm-mm.
But feels like now it's trying to, I don't know, soothe or something. It's
okay. You know what? I'm so sorry. I've got to check with Adrien. I did not realize I'm over time, actually. I'm
and
really
our next
sorry.
speaker is here.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Lydia. But I would love to connect with you in the chat after.
Thank you.
But I just want to thank you so much. And thank you for being so open. And that was really beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Laura. It's my pleasure.
Absolutely. And just real quickly, I'm offering a free cleansing and clearing meditation and activation. And you can get that by going to lauraevenson.com. And then also offering, just for the people listening here, 20% discount on any single session, whether that's Threads of Light, which is what we just did, or Akashic Records reading, or coaching. So thank you all so much. It was such a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Adrien.
Yeah, thank you so much for being here and just being an incredible speaker. That was awesome.
Oh, thank you.